The team started to find the bad people who spread rumors. A traveler with a special skill had just appeared. Alina had to help the team find a way to solve this problem with silver before the festival. If not, she thought, a lot of work would pile up on her head. Seeing Alina so excited, the captain was also amused. She asked about the outfit they were wearing. Then she understood they needed to disguise themselves like that, so the rumor spreaders would show up. Lai was the most unlucky one. As a mage, he had to carry a huge shield on his back because the rumor spreaders often targeted soldiers. It's a new plan, so we have to pretend like this to attract them, the captain explained. I remember when I first started this job, having a costume like this was already fun. They asked about the problem, then became quiet. The four of them stood looking from above and said, "This is a C-level dungeon for new soldiers. It's called the Eternal Forest." Later, they stopped at a lake to rest. This place is often chosen by adventurers because it is quite safe. Information about those spreading rumors also comes from this place. So, just sitting here and waiting is the most effective way to lure those bad guys out. Alina was then told by the captain, swimming from this shore to the other rock, and then back is a classic trick for adventurers. He asked her if she wanted to try it, but she refused right away. She asked him to do the job seriously, but Suez, using his monster skill, had no movement. He just turned around and saw the other two go down to play in the water. "Really are young," the captain commented. Even though the girl who was supposed to be friends with him swimming together didn't like it at first, she let him splash water on her. They joked around comfortably, making Alina not know what to say. Goat was sitting next to her, looking like he didn't know what she would be like wearing a swimsuit, imagining that scene. Then he was considered a perverted silver sword goat. Goat suddenly flew into the water, making the two younger teammates helpless. Until evening, they were still sitting and waiting for a long time. The whole group had not even lit a fire at that time. The captain also had to help Luli practice hearing. Alina was quite surprised because she thought that members who wanted to join Silver Sword had to be veteran adventurers. But the other girl said that at that time, Suza's skills were still new and unfamiliar, so everyone had to practice it. It reminded her of a long time ago, a funny scene of her friend suddenly meeting a monster and being so scared she fell to the ground and then healed herself. But now, she has become a reliable member of the team. Lai disagreed because she only had skills that were slightly stronger than normal, and she felt she herself was nothing special. The captain advised her younger teammate to just do what she thought was right, and at the same time, be more confident in herself. Right at this moment, Goat sensed someone coming and immediately informed the teammates. The team prepares. Another group of adventurers was coming, pretending that the Emperor also came here to rest. They also introduced themselves as wanting to go to the dungeons to earn more money, but it didn't last for very long, leaving only the one-eyed, one-armed adventurer who she had knocked out. Lululi realized that this was his old teammate, Aiden. When he woke up, he saw this girl in front of him and greeted her. When she asked why he spread rumors to upset people, who would dare to say that what he said was completely true? The real-life skill really did exist, just as he thought. Lululi felt she had no right to scold him. She was the one who had caused her teammates to die, making him sad. He warned her about earning money, saying if they continued to work together, they would only die because Lululi was heartless and willing to abandon teammates. He brought up old stories, and she didn't know what else to say. Alina interrupted and said that she didn't care about the matter. She asked where those weak rumor spreaders were, and said she wanted to log this guy out of the game because he dared to make her work overtime for days. Aiden was scared and begged for more time to reveal that girl's past, but she beat him unconscious. The next day, there were only 4 days left before the 100-year festival began. As usual, adventurers gathered to ask about the secret mission. Even though the rumor spreader was found, the wave of rumors they created had not died down. Because of this, the men had to work overtime. With the help of D, Lyra was surprised and asked her senior why she could ask him to help with overtime. He happily replied that in return, she would get a date with Alina at the 100-year festival. Alina asked Long if she wasn't curious about the sentence, "I'm a murderer, Quan." Of course, Long said he believed her and that it didn't matter. Pink Hair said that what Aiden had said was true. Hearing this, Alina stopped to listen to the whole story. That young man, Quan, was her first teammate long ago. That day, they reached the boss's room and went into the fight. Everyone was badly hurt, close to dying. At that time, Luli hadn't learned the healing skill well yet. Even if she used all her magic, she could only save one person. She didn't know who to choose, so she tried to heal both of them a little bit. Because of this, both of them died. That's why she was called a murderer. Hearing this whole story, Alina understood for the first time. She comforted her friend, saying if she had been in the same situation, what would have happened? She then asked if Long still wanted to stay with her on this mission. Long and Lai thought that pink hair, Luli, had a special reason for her past actions, so they still trusted her. Hearing this, Luli smiled and said, I also trust her, so there's no need to worry anymore. Everything will stay the same. Nothing will change. They went into the training room and saw the captain using a new skill that was extremely dangerous and fast. Goat quickly used up too much energy and passed out right there. After waking up, he said he was learning how to use skills at the same time. Oh, who knows? If I can combine two effects, it might be twice as strong. The little sister scolded him. Are you stupid or what to do that? Using multiple skills like that causes a lot of damage to your body. At this time, another girl named Selly came to check on him and realized Jade, Goat/Captain, was overusing skills. She called this stage 2. If he keeps going, he'll get confused and lose his senses at a higher stage. It can even lead to losing body parts and not being able to stop bleeding. Basically, he'll die. So, if you want to live long, then don't be stupid anymore. Selly continued, because I am the head of the Skill and Relic Research Department. She then took out the heart of the demon god and showed it to them. She explained, see, it's black because it's filled with a lot of magic circles. According to the information we have, the demon god Siha can use 3 skills, and the more people he kills, the stronger he becomes by absorbing their souls. Siola thought, if this guy, Siha, could reach the city, humanity would surely be destroyed. Here, in the city, he could freely absorb souls and skills until no one could stop him. After questioning the person who spread the rumor, they caught her. She said the person behind it was a guy in black. Because he covered his face and whole body, it was still unclear who he was. Until evening, Alina continued to work overtime with the other one. They worked hard for a few days, and then everything was considered finished. Alina was happy because the bonus for the festival tasks was cancelled. This meant people wouldn't flock to the festival tasks like in previous years. Alina secretly thought she had won, and going to the festival was now guaranteed for her. Alina was also happy because she could go on a date after going through the hell of overtime. She even invited Jade to go drinking to forget his sadness. He was quite shocked because he knew about Alina's other domineering hobby, drinking until she was drunk. Looking at her like that, Goat secretly thought that this kind of fun was deserved because she had to work overtime continuously for the past few days. But as he was thinking of taking her home, he heard her grandmother calling his name. It seemed that Alina was mistaking Duane for her uncle who had died the day before, saying that she had become a receptionist and hoping he would come to take on the task of captain of the money-making team. But not understanding the situation clearly and thinking it was the name of a boy she was fond of, Goat also became jealous.